Plant your seeds by the road. Share the stress as the one with the gold. Hey, we just tryna bring it home. For my people back home. We just tryna bring it home. For my people back home.
If your mouth don't empower, keep it.
They promise you freedom of speech, but would they be freedom after the speech? You wanna learn, you can teach.
Powers. Yo, it's myself, 100 Eyes from the Powers Network, and I'd like to welcome you all to Powers Talk. You know the show. If your mouth don't empower, keep it. You're done, no, you're done, no. Today we got some boxing enthusiasts. How you lot doing?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mr. Dwayne?
Yes.
And Mr. Costa. How you lot doing, man? You good?
Good, man.
Sweet.
Yeah? Hands of plans and that, I like the t-shirt, my bro. You repping, huh?
Yeah.
Is that your logo?
Yeah, man. That's my logo, man.
Shit, that's nice still.
I'm doing some fight wear at the moment, so...
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Sorry,
plans.
Let me just let the fans know. I said boxing enthusiasts, as you lot are two trainers, right?
Yes, and I mean, yeah.
We double in different things.
Different arts,
but
yeah.
We've both trained people before.
Yeah.
But what do you mean different arts? Martial arts?
Martial arts,
You could
but
say
also
different
like, you know, we've...
different stuff.
Yeah, we've trained, we've trained people.
I want to say
on all different parts of boxing, and then...
I want to say mentor as well. You could say mentor. I think mentor. I would say that.
Yeah.
I'd use that word mentor as well.
You lot were both under the same camp, wasn't you?
Yeah.
What's that called?
Fight for peace.
Fight for peace.
Yeah.
See, we say it like twins.
Synchronized, yeah.
Yeah. So how's that going? Is that still going?
I'm not attending it at the moment, but that was the foundation for me, man. That's where it really all started. I think for both of us. I mean, that's how the two of us found our friendship, through Fight for Peace. So it's definitely, it's a family, or it's almost like orientated sort of thing. So it's almost like you never forget where you come from when you hear a Fight for Peace. It's such a big, massive family. I think it's bigger than what it is at the moment. Like, you know, some people might see it as like, you know, a youth centre and whatnot. But I think for us, we sort of go beyond to actually look at something like a family orientated sort of thing, because we've made so many friends through that place there. It's ridiculous. So
Is it Powers? So I think it's a lot of people go there. They think they go for something, but they actually go in there and they find a family. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it's a networking community.
It's a networking.
definitely, I think
That's good. Still, we need that in our community.
We
please.
do.
We need more of it. To be fair, we do.
I was going to touch on something about that still.
I want to ask you a question though.
Go on.
Before you touch on that.
Go on.
Do you think if we made like all arts of box or fighting a mandatory thing in schools, mandatory subject in schools, do you think it will reduce knife crime?
I think learning that. I think it's a.
Because there's no honour after
No, it's true.
weapon,
It's
innit?
a short-term solution to a long-term problem, if that makes sense. Okay. So it's almost like
it's a factor.
It's a factor, yeah.
Yeah,
so
I hear you still.
There's an element that we definitely need that, but there's much more that has to be done. But I do feel like in terms of knife crime, I mean, I can go into different sort of layers here and whatnot, but I'll just stick to what I know.
But I did say reduce. I didn't say stop it.
Yeah, reduce it, definitely, 100%.
Like stop showing.
I do agree. I think it boosts confidence 100%. I think that's been proven. Like you can ask any person who's actually done martial arts, they'll tell you that it does boost up your confidence 100%.
I agree.
You know, there's definitely more layers to it, but I'll just say the first thing: confidence. Definitely a confidence booster.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
So you want to touch on something?
I want to touch on something about how you said, you know, you need more of certain things.
Yeah.
So let's speak about Fight for Peace, for instance. Like I've always said this, like. It's a gift, but it's also a curse, and I'll say it without trying to throw shade on it, because Fight for Peace we need more Fight for Peace, but the problem we have with Fight for Peace is because it's the only one we've got, right? You have every Tom, Dick and Harry congregated into one area, and when I mean Tom, Dick and Harry, I mean, you know, young people going into one. So you say you get people from South London who've heard about Fight for Peace, they come down to East London to get training. Fantastic, you know, you want to keep young people off the streets, you want to keep them engaged, you want to keep them in these networks where, you know, they better themselves. But the problem is, because we have one of them, you have someone from South London, someone from North London coming down to East London to get training. And the issue with this now is that this is what causes a lot of, you know, issues, like
What they use?
gangster issues, like beef issues.
Because you're from South.
Think about it like this. Think about it like this, right?
I get you.
Westfield,
That's mad still.
So you see, if he had more of it, if he had like, let's say, Fight for Peace in South London, North London, it will stop people from having to make unnecessary journeys to get the resources they need. You see what I mean? So you see Fight for Peace, it's its own sort of resource. People use it, they network and do all bits and bobs there. If you had that in South London, you wouldn't get Tom, who might even, he doesn't know he's got beef in East, but he might decide to go into East for whatever reason, and then Tom might not come back home. No, think about it. No, these situations happen. Think about it. No, these situations happen. So the point I'm making to you, that's why I mean, like, it's a gift and it's also a curse. It's a gift in the sense that we need it, but it's a curse in the sense that because we don't have enough of it, we don't have more of it. That's where the issue stems. So FFP seems to be standing. It seems to be that needle almost in a field full of just of clothing. Like it's a standalone. It's unfortunate because you haven't got any other organizations doing that. The only other one I can speak about is maybe Carney's Community. I think that one's in. I think it's in West somewhere. Carney's Community. They're probably more on the lower scale than Fight for Peace.
That's what you lot are for, though, isn't it? You lot can go around, set up shop left, right, centre, and put people in.
It's true. You know what it is. I think it's about creating a community, not a company. So they create community. Which is, I go to another gym now, Diesel, and I've seen like they're almost, I don't want to say they replicate it, but this is, I've always like, I found myself that I go to gyms and stuff like that there's a sense of community, and I've seen that they've got this. So I think, as Dwayne said, there's a few places that can actually do this and create a community where it's not, you're gonna meet some people there, but you also gonna go outside of there and suddenly you're gonna find somebody who's been there and they can associate themselves with you just because they've been there. Does that make sense?
I heard that, bro. But it's a sad thing he said though, that certain people from South can't go there because they're from East. And I find it whack. Yeah, I get it, bro. I get the roads. I get the game, but I find it so whack that you might need him for the future. Just because he's from East, it's like you're blocking off your
but then that's what I mean.
Connections.
But
it's nuts. It's whack. It's small-minded. It's small fish and small pond mentality.
But I think it's unfortunate because it's like, we live. I love to say that we live in a perfect world, but we don't. There's a lot of bad people out there. We have to admit that there's people out there who have bad intentions, and so you going into this certain area could be the last time you go into that area because. You might not even know you have an issue. You might just be because you're from South, and you find two other people who are from Southwest, and they might have an issue if someone who's from Southeast, and then you're both going to get it on now because you're both in an area that you're not really too fond of. I mean, you see this person as a threat, and that person also sees you as a threat, and you both kick it off. So if we had more of these things, people wouldn't have to travel different places to just get what they want. And I think that's the issue we have. And what I mean by it's a short-term, I won't say that's a short-term situation. I think that's actually one of the biggest things that can sort of neutralize knife crime to a degree. I'm not saying it will stop it completely.
No, it can't.
But
it's a range of things.
It's a range of things.
Will stop knife
in motion.
crime.
There you go.
Not just one thing.
I think it takes a family to do it. It's not just one or two individuals in society. I think it's going to take much more than that to stop this issue.
It's about education, isn't it? So
education.
It's about educating. So this is given short-term solutions. Go arrest people. Go stop and search. Go and do that. But that's like you cut the head of the snake, but you don't cut the roots. Okay, snakes don't have roots, but you know what I mean. Like
that's not even cutting the head. That's not even cutting the head. That's just maybe cutting the tail, and the thing's still slippery. See what I'm saying? The head is Scotland Yard, isn't it?
see that's I think that's the thing. Is like even with politics, you have to show that you're doing results. You can't be 10 years later that you're not serving anymore and be like, oh, I did this and this what it came to. They want to show, oh, we've done something, we're doing something now. Do you know what I mean? Like you're like you go and sweep something quickly to show that
numbers game, 100% numbers. That's what the issue is. If all of society, it's all a numbers game.
Comes down to money.
Even the school system, it's a numbers game because it's not really testing the students, isn't it? It's testing how well the school's doing. Like that's silly. It's like the police. It's not really testing. It's really seeing how well this station is functioning under a certain umbrella. It's a jolting, really.
I think it goes back to what we said about, like, speaking about getting martial arts inside schools and whatnot.
Yes.
Like it's easier said than done, because we're not naive. We understand how politics works. We understand how money works to a degree. Like, people can't just. It's easy for me to say, yeah, let's get boxing into every single school out there. Let's put it into the curriculum.
But it should be that easy.
No, it should be. But the
tell you
thing
why.
is, money. Unfortunately, right? People don't like to party unless they know that there's going to be a return, and usually they like quick returns. And if they don't get quick return, they're not going to want to put their money into it.
I hear that, but I think society got to be like a landslide. Literally, you got to just force it on them, because they're forcing sex education on children. No one wants that, but they're getting forced. So when it comes to sports and physical activity, yes. I know you got some parents that be like, I don't want my son to be involved in boxing, but those same parents will be voting for soldiers to go to war. Like, let's forget all the sometimes you just got to run the thing, like, and just do what's best.
The thing,
you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, the sex education, like, and no offense to this, because I do think it's important, but you don't have to really spend too much money. That's something you can easily incorporate that into the curriculum, biology, science, and whatnot.
I agree with that,
but stuff like boxing, martial arts, this requires resources, facilities to actually do these things. You see what I mean? So that's stuff they don't want to part in. Bear in mind, there's then having to maintain these things, like buying boxing gloves, buying bags and whatnot. I'm just speaking about from boxing aspect.
I mean, to be honest, it's like it's probably the cheapest sport, man. You know what I mean?
No,
I mean, as in, like,
how much time do they go to the farm? How much time do children go to the farm, bro, in a year?
How many times? I don't know.
Hardly.
No, they do. They go quite a few times.
Shit,
bro.
I didn't know what.
Like,
what
each year, we'll go quite a few times, and it costs money. So I bet that same money will fund mandatory boxing if it comes down to it.
It could. Do you know what? I think you have touched on a good point. Like, I think if we're talking about compared to all the other martial arts that are out there, I do think boxing is probably the easiest to incorporate into schools. I agree with that, but I'm also not naive to the fact that there's a lot of money involved in it. If you like it or not, there has to. Especially when it comes down to maintenance of keeping these things going, like boxing, like boxing gloves, like I said, wraps, skipping ropes, equipment. All this equipment, you have to bear this in mind. Then it's got to go through. Risk assessments, like all this stuff, and these are things that have to be done yearly and whatnot.
You're right.
So
but it's investing in our future.
No,
there should be no limit on that. There's no cap on that.
I actually agree with you, and maybe I'm playing.
No, you're being realistic. You're being realistic as well, though.
Maybe I'm playing devil's advocate in a sense where I'm sort of like trying to get you to see the other side as well. But I do agree. I'm on the other side of the fence when I say we need to have this in there. We do need to have this in there. But I think little things can start, like, just getting your kids signed up to some form of martial arts. I think it's very important. Self-defense is key. Like, it's very, very important. I think it stems down to self-awareness. If I'm being honest with you, like, when you look at, I think that's the whole aspect of self-defense. Self-defense is awareness. It's like awareness of your surroundings. It's like you go outside today, and I mean, let me give you a prime example of self-defense, right? Where we're from, right? I know it's ludicrous for me to go into certain areas at certain times, being a black person going into a certain place, because I know the consequences, the outcomes of that.
Wait,
so
even at this age now?
Well, here's the thing.
I go everywhere.
No, it's true. No, okay, maybe not.
But I'm aware. I am aware of what it is.
It's true, but here's the thing. This gang life has no age. So, think about it. Because if I go on the road now, if I'm let's say on the road, no one's gonna really know if I'm affiliated, if I'm not affiliated. I'm just there. I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know. So what I'm trying to make you understand is that with having situational awareness, self-defense is telling me that I don't need to be in that area at this particular time. So I'm smart now to know I don't need to be going there. If I see a couple of shifty people, and let's say I'm across the road and I see a couple of shifty people, self-defense is going to tell me, okay, you know what, you shouldn't be here. Self-awareness is telling me, consciousness is telling me that maybe I need to vacate this premises right now, because things might get a little sticky. You know, that's essentially what
martial arts creates self-awareness.
It does.
Where you are,
100%.
your surroundings. You know, you can be boxing somebody and looking in the back.
And also, it's also the first things you learn about it. I think the first ever time I stepped foot in Fight for Peace. So you see, when we started it, well, not when we started it.
So are you both boxers?
We're both boxers, yeah.
We're both boxed, yeah.
When I started,
Same weight.
Nah.
No?
Man's a big man at it still.
No. He said he just made it smoky.
Listen, we have to meet at catch weight, bro.
Yeah, catch weight. Listen, but okay. So the first time I started out at Fight for Peace, right? You do this thing where I think for the first week or two, you can do different. You can do all the sports. I think you could do that too. So I was doing boxing and Muay Thai at the time. Okay. So then afterwards, I think once you've established yourself, you can then decide if you're going to do boxing, if you're going to do Muay Thai. So I remember that my first session at Muay Thai, I went there with my brother because my brother was doing it, with my cousins were doing it. I thought, all right, let me jump on it as well. It's not an issue. So I'm in the gym now, and I see this little guy walking in, very small, slim guy, like. You've got, not to say I've got a road mentality, but in your head, you know, when it comes to road, you're thinking, this guy will get smoked. You know, you're already trying to size people up when you're in the gym. You're already trying to size people up. So you see this little guy, and you pay no attention to him. You think, he's anybody. But the moment I saw this brother kicking, and we had, remember this big bag we had at Fight for Peace? There was a big, massive bag. No one could shift that bag. When I tell you, no one's shifting that bag. If you're hitting that bag, you've got to know how to bang. Otherwise, you're going to look silly. So I see this kid kicking the shit out of this bag, and when he's kicking the shit out of it, the bag is going like this, it's moving. I'm like, hey, Jesus is Lord. No, honestly, seriously, because if you met this kid out on the road, you wouldn't know. You would think he's just anybody. So this is what I mean by situational awareness, because now being in that martial arts environment teaches you that you don't know what people are capable of. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. So I think there's having that situational awareness.
That's a life lesson.
No, it's a life lesson. So that having
so martial arts, so the sports teaches you.
There's a reason.
It does.
There's a reason why there's arts in the end. Yeah, you don't have arts in golf. You don't have arts in football. It's a form of expression, right? So it's, you know, not everybody express themselves in the classroom. You know what I mean? But it's also a way that, as he said, that guy is gonna come in. He's gonna have a certain aura about him. Do you know what I'm saying? How he walks, you express yourself because you know what you can do.
Confidence speaks,
and then you don't speak while you're boxing. You're expressing stuff with your body. It's interesting because in my language it's called pigmahia. Pygmy is like the fist, like will, and mahi is like the battle. So the battle of the will, and that's whose will is going to impose, who's going to impose their will, on somebody else. Okay, you know what I mean? And you do that with the bodily expression of fighting each other. You know what I mean? And you know, I think again, like I said, there's layers to it. There's lots and lots of layers to it. Another important reason why I say self-defense is key is because you have to put it in this situation. I think I heard this from a podcast when someone said how, talking about BJJ, I think you're involved in BJJ a lot. That stands for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so we don't get confused there.
I think that abbreviation is definitely worth saying.
Grappling.
Cool. Grappling. Okay, grappling. Now, there's this saying I heard, right, on a podcast, and someone said he broke it down very well, that you learn to self-defense is key because it makes the good guy dangerous to the bad person. And I think that's important because when you look at that aspect there, it's like, and it goes back to what I said about building self-confidence, and it puts you almost in that category of the 1%ers, because really and truly not everyone does martial arts. Not everyone is people who don't really care about it. People don't really have, you know, desire for it, and I can understand that as well, because coming from sort of being in between that, like not really wanting to train, not understanding it, to now getting involved in it and loving it. You see, so it's like we come from, let's say, you could say we're social creatures, isn't it? Like we love to socialize and do certain things. So if I'm the sort of person who's going to be out and about all the time, be involved in like events, going out, partying and whatnot, it's most likely that I'm going to be in a situation where a situation would occur, and I have to know how to protect myself in that situation. That makes sense. Whereas not everyone is that social. You might find people who just love being indoors, like they work 9 to 5, get back indoors, inside just chilling, playing video games, listening to music maybe, and watching films. So you're not involved in that world. So I would understand them not really having to, let's say, get involved in some form of self-defense and martial arts. It used to be demonized
until something happens to them.
Because
trauma hits them.
They don't put. The thing is, they're hardly in situations where things will actually go down.
Yeah.
Whereas with us, because again we dabble a lot, we do different things. We love to go out. We love to go out and about. And usually outside is where there's threats.
Yeah.
Is where
But that's the thing. Is
lots of
like
threats
we
occur.
said, when you walk and you've got this confidence, not always, but people can tell by your body
Body
that you
language.
don't
don't play.
Like they'll say something to you and you'll
Yeah.
be like,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah. No,
Can I ask a question? Can I ask you a question?
I agree. Go on.
What's the best art for the streets to handle streets?
Now you see, this is
let me ask a
interesting
question.
because me and you, we talk about this. We talk about this.
Can a boxer disarm a knife wielding maniac?
Now
don't
you
know,
see.
bro.
Yeah, but then this is why I said about
athletics.
this is
running.
Yeah, but then this is why.
I mean that's not even too do, cuz.
No, but that's why I spoke about situational awareness.
Yeah.
Now, that makes me aware of a situation. So if I know, okay, so again, I'm on road now. I might know how to, like, yeah.
But that's the reality, though, isn't it?
No, it's the reality.
Man ain't gonna come to you one on one. They're gonna come with a
It's
weapon.
true. And I think it's a situation where if I'm on the road now and I don't know, again, situational awareness is telling me that you could be fighting someone who's wielding a weapon, right? Now, you've got two things to do, right? You could do two things. You can decide to engage this person or you can decide to run. First thing about self-defense, rule 101 is getting out of there. Get yourself out of there. Like me, I'm gone.
Live to fight another day.
Exactly, live to fight another day.
That's
However,
sense.
what's that beautiful saying I like to say? Sometimes when self-defense
What?
is necessary, what is it?
The best defense is offense.
No, something about, what's that saying about when it becomes the only solution, it's the best solution when it comes to martial arts. So it's almost like if in a situation where you have to fight and that's the only solution, you have to make sure you put out the threat as quick as possible. So if
When you're back against the wall.
when you're backed against the wall, when you haven't got any other choice, push. When push comes to shove.
Yeah.
So if you're backed up in the corner, you realize, okay, I'm going to die if I don't defend myself.
Yeah.
Then I would say, fight like your life depends on it. If you want to walk in to see the whole intention of self-defense is that you want to be able to risk management. We're risk management officers.
It's fight, not flight.
Yeah, so you want to get back home to your family, right? So in your head, you're thinking to yourself, I've got this scenario here. I'm backed up into a corner. I have to fight if I'm going to see another day. And this is where things get a bit. I mean, this is why I say boxing, martial arts itself it's very very violent.
We got a big fight coming up, innit? With an MMA guy and a boxer.
Who's that?
On Ngannou and Tyson Fury. But I want to listen. We're talking about road all the time, yeah. I want to flip it a little bit, yeah. I was speaking to an officer, yeah, and he told me he's like, yeah, man. Listen, he was like double my height, bro, and he said, I asked him like, do you train? And he said, no, like I went one time and to do BJJ and I got submitted by a 14-year-old, and I'm thinking, bro. And I flip it on this. This is literally the guys, the same as the youth on road. Like, what they're gonna do if trouble presents itself? They're gonna take something out. They're gonna the same exact thing.
It's cowards, isn't it? Coward's behavior.
What are you gonna do? Of course, he wants to survive in a way. You know what I mean?
There's a guy called I don't know if you guys know this guy on Instagram called Master Wong. He used to be on YouTube as well. Master Wong, he's a joker.
Wait, is he
a martial arts guy? Like he's bald-headed guy.
He's nuts.
He's mad.
It's not like the Detroit urban survival tactics.
No, he's lethal. But I like
he's
him.
lethal
I like
still.
him because
He'll do a lot.
when he's giving these explanations about martial arts and whatnot, I know people listen to, especially people who are involved in martial arts, I think, why did you bring up Master Wong for? Like, I want people to bring up you. But no, I can imagine some people would say that. But the point I'm trying to make to you, because he's 30, but he's also a bit controversial. Because sometimes people don't really look at. There's certain martial arts people respect and there's martial arts people don't respect, right? You know, I'm not saying his you don't respect, but some could say that's a joke thing. But the point I'm trying to make to you, one thing he said that really resonated with me a lot, and this is what I think you carry this in everything you do when it comes to the road. That if you are going to fight someone, if you are forced in a situation when you have to fight someone, right? You're not trying to stand there to find out what that person knows. You don't want to know what that person. No, you don't want to stand there. Like he was like, I haven't got time to find out what this guy knows. He's trying to take me out. So he might have a knife on him, but again, like I said, sink, swim, or flight, right? Is that it? Now,
but in a competition and road are two different type of fighting.
It's
you have
true.
to adapt to different fight style, isn't it?
And I'll touch on that. Now you see, in that scenario there, you're thinking to yourself, okay, this guy could have a knife on him, right? I'm in a setting now where I can't. Let's say, for instance, you've got your kids with you, you've got your wife, you've got your girlfriend with you, whatever, your loved one with you,
Quick.
and now I have to take out this threat as quick as possible. I've got my family members here with me, or something like that. So in your head, you're thinking, this is situational awareness. You know, he's most likely carrying something on him, but in your mind, you're thinking, I'm not standing there. I'm not going to wait for him to pull it out to see what he's got. You know, so I'm going to take out the threat as quick as possible and as soon as possible. And I think that goes back to even Bruce Lee's philosophy, where he's like taking out the threat as quick as soon as possible. So that what works for you is what you call self defense. So he's like, he might have a knife on him, but I don't give a shit. He might be a what's that sport people fear a lot? Wing Chun expert. I haven't got time to. I'm not there trying to find out what he knows. I'm trying to take out the threat as soon as possible, get my family out there, and I'm going. You know. So when I told you before, you can flee from the situation. You can tell yourself, okay, listen, I need to get this. I need to put down this threat. And what I mean put down there. So I know terminologies are important.
I get you
when I say put down, I don't mean kill the person. I mean neutralize, stop the threat, and then dip out. You know. Now we spoke about different martial arts and everything, different martial arts and whatnot, about what's better and what arts, what martial arts works more effective than the other. I mean, we have this conversation all the time. We're always back and forth on it's judo, it's boxing, it's Muay Thai, it's jiu-jitsu and whatnot. So I think the most effective, I have to give it to BJJ. I have to give it to BJJ because
I agree.
No, because I'll let him dabble into that. But from what I know,
but my question didn't get answered.
Well, I mean,
who's gonna win
in what, boxing or a knife fight?
No, what I was saying, the two fighters.
Oh,
you got Tyson and Francis.
Well,
who's your bet on?
Okay, so here's the thing.
No, we're not giving out here. We're not giving no betting advice here.
I won't bet.
No financial.
Let me tell you something. Yeah? Let me tell you a secret. Yeah, I think when it comes to let's be honest, you're in Tyson Fury's back garden when it comes to boxing.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing boxing, you're going to be in someone else's. Someone who's a field master in that. It's a no-brainer. Here's the thing. I'll be very, very shocked if Ngannou beats Tyson.
Do you think it's just for the money then?
It's always a money thing. But here's the thing.
They build up a nice story.
Might be going there. Yeah,
Ngannou
might be going in there with the intention to take this guy's head off. But bear in mind, you're getting in the ring with someone who's mastered the art of boxing. If it was an MMA fight, which I don't think Tyson Fury is stupid enough to do, I think it goes back to that thing. I don't think boxing is really respected. And okay, to a degree, yes, it is. But also, I think people look at like the money aspect. That's why I see a lot of these MMA guys saying, "Oh, I'll fight a boxer, this and that." It could be two things. It could be things where I know they don't pay MMA fighters well. That's already known. They don't pay UFC fighters as well as they pay boxers. So they're already thinking, right, if I fight this man, I'm going to get a good paycheck. But also in my head, it's like, you don't really respect the sport enough. Because you not only do you want to get in the ring and fight a boxer, you want to fight the best. You want to fight the best of the best. And fair enough, the boxer will take on the challenge. Just think you make this another easy paycheck for me. It's a walk in the park.
In the boxing ring.
In the boxing ring, it's a walk in the park. Whereas,
not in MMA ring,
of course in MMA. But then how many boxers do you know going to MMA?
They don't.
The only person I know who did that was Claressa Shields, right? That's the only person I know who's actually done that.
Claressa Shields, she's
number one,
two-time Olympian
boxer. I think what is she, middleweight?
She's number one, isn't it? Number one in the world, isn't it?
And she keeps on calling out male boxers as well.
Yeah.
Do you think the female like Claressa Shields, do you think she can fight like certain men?
She definitely spars, man, bro.
I think she's I think
and
weight
some guys I feel like she might be able to.
Weight classes are important, but also skills pay the bills. Skills pay the bills because you can be. Actually, no. I mean, it's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it?
It's a little bit of a. So, it's you either have to get two guys that are very good, and skill wise, or you have to build a storyline. So now you've got Tyson Fury against
Wilder and
against
Fury. That was a good storyline.
Ngannou, who is getting coached by the guy who Tyson Fury has gotten his name from when he was a baby, and then he built all this whole storyline.
Controversial on that.
There's a thing that apparently he's changed his name, and his name is actually something else. It's not actually Tyson.
Of course.
So it's a storyline, but I think it's more legit than some of the YouTube boxing. Do you know what I'm saying?
So Tyson Fury's a brand. That's what it is. That's not his name.
100%.
It is.
Well, I don't know if he's the brand or not, but I mean,
So his name's not
him in
Fury
general
at all.
is-
Because that's
Apparently his
Fury as well.
name is not. Apparently he's not Tyson. I don't know about the Fury bit, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
in terms of back to the point about Claressa Shields, do I think she can beat some male boxers? Possibly
Andy
those.
Joshua.
No, come on, no. Claressa Shields is not beating.
Come
I'll
on,
say
man.
this on the record.
I'm
She's
just
not
asking.
beating. Like
I'm
if
just
she
asking.
does,
Andy Ruiz beat Joshua.
My whole but then I think that again.
You see my eyes open.
Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, but what's the size difference, bro?
It wasn't size difference, and I think there's
the size difference?
No, but there's
Yeah.
levels to
What-
this.
what do you mean?
Okay, so let me give you an example.
She's a middleweight. She's not Anthony Joshua's like size.
But
do you know what I mean?
neither was Andy Ruiz.
I think you know what it is. I think there's a point there. I think in MMA there's grappling, so or in takedowns. So there could be the point where somebody is smaller and they can inflict damage in a different way because they can take it to the floor, choke you, whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe there you could, but in boxing, you're both on your feet. Like
the weight behind
there's
punching.
still
The weight is gonna play a factor. I think
definitely.
it's
Even a simple push, you can see the weight. It's a big difference.
I think for that fight to even happen, whoever sanctions that fight
Who?
should
What
be.
fight?
If let's say Joshua and Claressa Shields ever did happen in whatever world that ever happened in, no, let me tell you this: whoever sanctions that fight should be arrested. no, seriously, whoever sanctions such a fight should be arrested. should be arrested.
So what about the transgenders that are in the sports then? So if you're saying
Alright,
that
go on,
from
go
your
on.
heart, that they should be arrested. So how are they gonna let that go down then?
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think that should go down.
That shouldn't go down.
I don't think that shouldn't go down. I think there's a reason why there's
abuse, bro.
female sports and why there's male sports, and I think that's there for a reason. And I think if you take that away now, you're messing up the.
I can't count that out though, bro.
So ain't the best of the best the best, though?
in the end of the day, it's entertainment, and they know they're putting some entertainment.
Female soldiers go to war, bro.
Okay, but that's like saying
So
now.
what we saying
let me
then?
give you a good example. That's like saying, I think who said this? Someone said it, but let me give you a good example. That's like telling me tomorrow if Mayweather decides that he wants to be a female boxer and he decides to get in the ring with Ronda Rousey, he's going to beat the shit out of that.
There's nothing stopping him from doing that.
No, but the point I'm trying to make to you is that this is why stuff like that shouldn't happen. And back to what I said about there's levels to this. So for instance, Claressa Shields, for her middleweight class, she's very dangerous, and she's probably the most dangerous woman on the planet. You could say right now, you could take unless you find a woman who's much bigger. Like right now, because of I think her weight class is the biggest. There's not a bigger weight class for females.
I think so, yeah.
In that weight class, so she's a middleweight or something like that. So if there was a heavyweight female boxer, then that's questionable. But at the moment, because she's the only female. Let's say I think her class is the biggest weight class from what I understand. I don't think there's a bigger boxing weight class for females.
What weight is that?
I'm pretty sure it's middleweight. I think she's a middleweight.
I don't
won't be light
actually
heavyweight.
remember.
No.
There ain't no light heavyweight females.
I don't think there's any light heavyweight. She's middleweight or she's light middleweight, but she's in the middleweight category. So, or is it welterweight? Anyway, I think it's middleweight. No, it is.
You know what it is?
She fought. What's her name? Savannah Marshall. I think they're fighting for the middleweight title.
I think she is.
Yeah,
and you'll notice. I think you'll notice as well that with females, they usually their prime is when they're much older. Like after their 30s, like that's when they're still going. The same as like heavyweights. But I'm just thinking now. Like I think you say they won't sanction transgender, but I think it's a niche. And you see with Mayweather, he gets a bigger bag now that he goes and fights exhibition fights with people who clearly cannot beat him than he did before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
but
it's about finding a niche. The same with YouTube, because really and truly is entertainment. What you're gonna watch on social media, something that's funny, but you've never watched this before. I never thought that would happen. You know what I mean? Like my man kicking an alligator. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's a video or a real thing.
I think that's fake. I think that's fake.
But
So what's that? What's that? Alligator, what's that?
There's a random guy, like a big, massive.
They're crazy about Khabib wrestling
the bear.
bears when he was young. Do you know what I'm saying? They would pay to watch this.
People
will pay to watch a freak show.
Yeah. No, it's true. I agree.
I like to see that myself.
It's a circus.
You know what I mean?
I would like to see that. Though.
I think the point I'm trying to make to you is that I'm not saying they should be excluded from sports and whatnot. I mean, and when I mean them, talk about transgenders. They should. I do feel like we should include them. They should be allowed to be included in sports and whatnot. But
they should be in their own class.
I think they should have their own category. Just like females have their own. Females are not asking to fight males. Males are not asking to fight females. So with transgenders, I think it should be the same situation where if they're gonna fight, let them fight. They can also fight other transgenders, and I think that's alright. So if you're a man transitioning to, or if you want to be a female, and then you say, all right, two men who want to transition and become female, so let them both fight each other, because you're always going to have that.
I'm not sure if I agree with it though.
No, but you're always going to have that unfair advantage. If a man gets in the ring with a female,
there's always an unfair advantage though.
There's advantages that work in your favor, and there's those that don't work in your favor. There's some that advantage won't work in your favor.
What reach?
No, I just mean biologically. Some things are not going to work in your favor. Yeah. It's like putting a man into a female prison. Like, if you put a man into a female prison, come on. A man in a female prison, that's going to be that's mental. No, think about it. They wouldn't do it, and if they did,
but they have done it. They have done it. The man raped. He's a transgender. Saying he's a female.
Okay, now look at the side effects of that. Look what happened after that. Yeah. You see what I mean? So it's a bit of a madness. So the point I'm trying to make to you is that there's certain things you shouldn't really, really shouldn't be doing. In my opinion, there's gonna be an unfair advantage for people, and I think because of that, they need to separate the two.
Brothers, well, let's get into some questions, some 5-round questions. Yeah, when you got the right answer, or you think you got the right answer, just say powers. Whoever I heard first will answer it. Yeah. So, boom, let's go straight away. Yeah. What boxing weight class is heaviest? Yeah. Flyweight, bantamweight, or featherweight?
Bantam.
What's the what, sorry?
The heaviest?
Yes, which boxing weight class is the heaviest?
Go on, say it again.
Flyweight, bantam, or featherweight?
Flyweight,
yeah.
Not featherweight?
No.
What's why would you say that?
I think after flyweight is lightweight.
Because the answer here is featherweight.
Huh?
That's what the answer here is featherweight.
Featherweight's what? The heaviest amongst the ones.
We've never been down there, bro.
I've never been down there as well. So.
I don't know. You're not a boxing expert. So I don't know.
I'm not saying I'm a boxing expert. I'd say I love the sport, and I've got a decent understanding of it. But yeah, I haven't been down there, so I wouldn't really. That's a good way to put it.
So what about old school boxers? You listen to them, like Thriller, Manila, Rumble in the Jungle?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're here. Okay, cool. Good you said that. How old was George Foreman when he became the oldest heavyweight?
40 something.
No. Oh, oldest heavyweight. Yeah. No. What? Oldest, not the youngest.
How old was he?
I'm pretty sure he was in his 40s. He was in his 40s.
40 what?
43.
I'm just gonna say in his 40s. I don't know. I think early 40s definitely.
45.
Oh, okay.
45. He was 45 when he became the heavyweight champion. So when we talk about in the peak, he done it past his peak, way past his peak.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like as I said before, with women and with heavyweights go longer. You know what I mean? They go longer into the
middleweights.
Yeah.
But is it because
it's the power and they don't have to have that speed. I don't know what it is.
I think you're right though. When I notice a little thing, even in life, when I've noticed, I watch everything. Anything that moves too fast don't last too long. Like I'm talking about even animals. Think of like a fly. Think of a hummingbird. Them things move so fast. They don't have a long life cycle.
That's
but
as
the
you
things
grow
that
older,
move slow got the longest life cycle. So just take it easy, man.
Powers.
Yeah. That's what I see.
It's a bit controversial. Do you think that applies with people as well?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so? Because I was listening to this what's this guy?
Because you wear yourself out. We all got a machine. Everything got like let's say like a use time. How much time you can use things until it's wearing out.
It's like a race, isn't it? If you go fast, you're gonna get to the end.
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Too quick.
It's controversial.
Too quick, bro.
You miss everything.
Yeah.
It's controversial because like there was this I was listening to a podcast with this guy. What's his name? You know this light skinned guy who has this podcast. The Diary of is it Diary of CEO?
Diary of CEO.
Yeah, that's the guy. So he brought on a guest who was talking about basically, and it was just interesting to think about when he spoke about we have this whole conception about the more you work, the more you tire yourself out and whatnot. But
Facts.
he was almost saying it's the opposite. he was almost saying like,
No.
you know, in a sense where you're saying that the more your body rests is the more you're making yourself weaker. So that's why you see
There's
that's
gotta be
why,
a balance.
Yeah, so that's why you see like, and I think he used an example. We might have used an example of jiu-jitsu where he spoke about you tend to see a lot of the older generation doing jiu-jitsu because with those sort of things there's longevity. So I think it's like if you're forever, all right, so if you're working out, and this is the good thing about doing jiu-jitsu, let's touch back on that again, the fact that it's the only probably martial art you can do where there's a longevity in it, because it isn't as weight bearing as all the other combat sports, and it's not really a combat sport sense where you're actually having any impact
Physical.
on hitting people. It's not really bang on physical, like you're hurting someone. Yeah, you can do a lot of serious damage, probably more damage than any other thing, but I think that's the beauty of BJJ. So I think
a lot of MMA fighters prefer that as well.
yeah,
You know what it is? There's a system. So you learn a system, which I think works good for the brain as well. So you learn, if I'm gonna go and choke him, if I take his back, I'm gonna go and try to choke him. If he doesn't get choked or he defends well, then I'm turning into an armbar. Then there's chain reactions, so there's like chain actions, so there's a chain of like things. So you can take this, you know, and just translate it into anything. If that happens, then I can do this and I can do this. You see, there's a possibility of you doing other things. You learn a system. You know what I mean? Your brain works in a system.
I think
there's always a solution for.
When you said that, then now it's opened up more factors.
exactly
Because
go on.
as you age, you slow down anyway, and you put on weight. But are you keeping up with the machine and the weight at the time? Do you know what I'm saying?
So the point I was going to touch on was the fact that they were saying how the more you do, like the more it's not even about more do. It's more about that longevity, like that
Balance.
That balance, but also that just the continuing doing having that continuality of like, let's say for instance, okay, every day from my, let's say Monday to Sunday, I have to do a 10-minute run or a 10-minute workout. It can be 10 minutes. That's it every day of your life. He was basically saying that you've got a longer chance of living a more healthier life.
If you work out 10 minutes a day.
Than someone who, every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Then
someone who takes life very easily again. It doesn't do much working out. So let me give an example. Like if let's say someone who works out 10 minutes a day every single day, you might decide to go for, and what I mean by a workout, it can be very intense. It can be like
intense.
It can be a HIIT workout. So I'm talking.
I think it got to be intense.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, but if you're doing it every day, you're still going to reap the benefits regardless of it.
But the
whether or not it's not
intensity
intense,
is a big difference.
It's a big difference.
I'm gonna tell you something after as well. 'Cause
So I think if you're comparing that to someone who regularly doesn't, let's say he works out 3 times a day and then he's resting on the other day. I mean, this is what he said anyways. But it was interesting how he said it anyways. And he was talking about how if you're basically aging yourself quicker when you don't work out.
Facts.
So the person who's working out more, even though you might be more exhausted in the long term, when it comes to your
health.
when it comes to your health, when it comes to your older age, like middle age, afterwards, you start feeling you start feeling it. The less you do, the less you work. I mean, you heard a lot of people who retire after a certain time. Like they might have been doing a severe sort of work and whatnot, and when they retire, they think, you know what,
the body's made to move, man.
Yeah, the body's made to move. So it's a thing where everyone's almost like I need to now. I need to relax my body because I've been working all my life. And
that's an illusion. That's an illusion. I'll tell you why. How you are in your 30s is how you took care of your bodies in your 20s. How you are in your 40s, how you took care of it. So it is that. So, and there was a scientist. I'm going back to your point about intense training. There was a scientist that studied a gorilla. He wanted to know why the silverback was so muscly. Because they man chill all day, innit? They chill. They literally chill.
And eat grass, by the way. Shout out to the vegans, yeah?
No, they do.
You know?
They got a vegetarian diet. But yeah, so they chill most of the day. But at one point in the day, he noticed it. They do it every single day. They have a 20 minutes, just insane burst, where it's lifting up trees, just for 20 minutes. That's what they do every day, 20 minutes. Yeah. For the rest of the day, listen. So for the rest of the day, they're chilling. So what the scientist done now, he took that method and he wanted to apply it to weightlifting. So he did it. So he got about 10 people that are in the gym that do weights on a regular basis, and he said all you got to do is 20 minutes intense training, and over a period of 6 months they gained so much muscle than they ever did.
But then
in the long term.
So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Doesn't also the food you eat play a big factor into that?
It's a combination of a lot of things.
There's so much.
Yeah, but if you're a
there's so much
bodybuilder
stuff.
already, and someone showed you a different technique, but you're eating right already, you're gonna
Fair
gain.
enough,
You're
fair
gonna gain. You feel me? But boom, let's go back to the questions, though, my brother. Tyson Fury won a Olympic medal. Is that true or false?
No, false.
False.
Yeah.
Dwayne?
I think he did.
Oh shit.
I think he might have.
What was
I
it?
think he might have won. He might have won some medal. Not a gold.
No, he
not a
didn't
gold
win.
medal.
He didn't win. He didn't win.
Oh, okay. I thought he won a
Olympic,
medal.
man, Olympic.
Or maybe I'm thinking of. I think I'm thinking of Billy Joe Saunders. I think Billy Joe Saunders won it, but anyways, that's something else. Go on.
Alright. In which round did Andy Joshua knock out Vladimir Klitschko in the heavyweight showdown?
11th.
in 2020.
I was gonna say because he knocked him out earlier as well.
And he struggled.
And he just struggled.
I think, yeah, man.
Who struggled?
With Klitschko, innit?
Oh, that's gonna be controversial to the Joshua. There's a lot of Joshua.
Do you
what's
like
the
Joshua?
word?
Can we go to the next question, please?
There's a lot of Joshua stands.
It's coming.
He's got. Listen, there's probably Joshua stands right now outside thinking, "What do you say about Joshua?" Like,
Do you think Joshua's a good fighter?
He's a great businessman.
Oh.
he's a hell of a fighter.
He's a one hell of a fighter.
A hell of a competitor. But at the end of the day,
Is he the best Britain's got right now?
No,
So who's the best? Who would you say is the best in UK right now as a boxer? You don't know?
not AJ.
Not AJ.
He's a great you know like people like Muhammad Ali, yeah. I think it's great what they've done outside. It's great. They're great for what they've done outside the ring.
Wait. What are you saying?
that's what I'm saying.
Listen.
That's very
Get me
magical.
cancelled now.
Wait.
Right now.
You're not gonna get cancelled,
Are
mate.
you
You're gonna
saying
get cancelled.
Muhammad Ali is not as great as everyone's saying he is?
No.
No.
I heard
Let
that
me
differently.
finish.
I heard that
Let me land.
differently. I thought
Let
he
me
was
cook.
trying to compare Muhammad Ali and Joshua.
No. What I'm saying, I'm comparing them. Why I'm saying this?
Wait.
No. Let me land. I'm in the air, just waiting. Signaling, I'm over the airport, and you're like, yeah. I ain't got no more fuel. But so, I think they're great for what they've done outside of the ring. You know what I mean? Inspiring people to get into different stuff. You know, they've done their great bits. I ain't saying
In the ring?
I haven't been a world champion. Do you know what I mean? I can't take it away from them. But I think compared to other people, no, they're not the best compared to, like, there's other fighters that you can get more from and technique and stuff like that, but it's what they've done outside. You see man like Joshua, like how he's handling his business, he's so business savvy and all that. But have you watched, have you gone on to you want to learn a little bit more about boxing, or you want to sharpen your skills, and have you gone to watch Anthony Joshua video?
I watched that fight live still, the Klitschko fight.
Okay.
And I remember that fight. I remember watching Klitschko. I said, nah, like Klitschko is definitely a skill above Anthony Joshua when it comes to fighting.
How many languages the man speak? How much?
Forget the languages.
How many times they've been?
The language is not going to help him in the ring.
and the reality.
It's got nothing to do with it, bro.
No, but you see, but how he carries himself outside. And again,
Messi.
you saw Klitschko.
I mean, thank you.
So
In what language does it mean? Please swear me.
I'm saying you see a Klitschko who kept on winning because he was fighting in Germany in his own terms. Tyson Fury, I think, is the only one that actually went there,
beat him in his own
You see how he struggled in Wembley. Now that he was saying, "Oh, I'm hungry because for one time after 10 years I'm a contender." You know what I mean? I think that's when you actually saw Vladimir Klitschko.
Well, come out like that.
Yeah.
Come out confidence on.
Yeah, exactly.
If Wilder, do you like Wilder?
Yeah.
I thought Wilder.
I like. You know what? He's a controversial guy. I love controversial in boxing. I love controversial. I love it.
Do you think if he was given another chance, he'll touch Fury again?
I feel he did his bit, bro.
So you think
for boxing? Yeah, I feel
So
he did
would you
his bit.
say? Do you say Fury's just definitely the better boxer? That's just what it is.
100%.
End of that.
100%.
Boxer,
Yeah.
fighter maybe not, but boxer definitely.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a boxer and a fighter.
Of course.
A boxer is an art. You know what I mean? You
think,
touch, you go. So it's definitely a better boxer. Yeah.
There's another question I want you to ask. I want you to ask another question. That one will spark controversy.
Guys, since you know the question, since you got a question, ask the question.
I want you to. I think you want to ask the question as well.
You ask it. You ask it.
Wilder versus Joshua. That's what we
Wilder
want to see.
versus Joshua.
That's what we want to see. That's
I
what
think
we want
Wilder
to see.
got this though. I can't
That's
lie to
what
you.
I want to see.
I think Wilder got this.
And the thing is, why I think
Wilder got this.
why I think it's a big fight. I mean, I want to remain neutral in it. I think I do sort of edge to Wilder, but I want to be neutral in it because I feel like both of them are coming off losses. I think you've got Joshua's got 3 losses and you've got Wilder's got 2 losses. And
But who had a better run? Who had a better run before the losses? Wilder.
No, I think
Wilder, man. Wilder's classed as the most dangerous man at one point.
no.
It really depends.
Opposition. We talk about opposition, though, innit?
It really depends what you want to see. I think
I'm going to touch on actually about sparring.
as somebody who boxes and wants to see skills, you say Joshua. If you want to just watch blood,
Wilder.
and Wilder.
I think
you know he's got the highlight reels.
I think my thing,
you know, that
thing
one
is
touch.
My thing is this: if you look at, I think when
you call the boogeyman, you're gonna call Wilder.
I think when it comes
Do you know what I
to
mean? Yeah, and he's a poster boy.
when it comes to this fighting stuff, right? These boxing fights. These are the fights people live for. Like there's a couple of names. No, there's a couple of names you can throw in the box and you'd be like, these are fights you want to hear. It's almost, I call it like, you know, when you go back to your childhood, we're talking about Dragon Ball Z. Like we hear about Goku versus Vegeta.
Jeez,
you know, and
legendary.
you know, and I think about it, we hear about those things and we think to ourselves, there's only a couple of fights that will be on that plateau. And like, let me give a good example, like Godzilla versus King Kong, like those sort of things. Like those are the sort of things we got. So Joshua
Ali
and
Foreman.
Yeah. So you see,
You know what I'm saying?
you get Joshua and Wilder. It's such a big fight right now that regardless of them losing fights now, it's such a big fight in the boxing world. People want to see it because people know, especially the boxers. Well, let's say people like us, like-minded boxers who people who've been in the ring, but also people who have a love for the sport.
Manny
who?
Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
The senator.
Leave him for a second. What I'm trying to say is
We're
that
gonna get to Manny.
Yeah, Manny's gold. Manny's cold.
boxers who know,
Manny's cold.
people who know boxing know that that's a huge fight. I think personally, Joshua and Wilder is a bigger fight than Joshua and Fury, based on the fact that everyone's known these guys to be, I'm going to use this word very lightly, knockout specialists. Like, look at Wilder, he's knocked out all his opponents apart from Fury.
He did knock him down.
He did knock him down.
But
So
he did knock him out.
the power is always there.
Yeah.
Joshua, okay, I mean, in his last couple of fights, he hasn't tended to knock people out, which is unfortunate. People want to see that factor again. However, I do feel like if you push a man to the edge, you will do what it needs to be done. I think he's still capable of doing it. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's such a big fight.
It's
such a big fight.
He's got
It's such a big fight.
He's hungry.
Wilder.
No, Joshua. He's not hungry as he was.
Bro, he doesn't. He never had the intimidating factor.
It was the Olympics.
He did.
He never had the intimidating.
He never, even Olympics, he never had it. But
you were never like,
He's a poster boy.
You know, like Tyson, like Mike Tyson. The same with Wilder. You'd never know. Oh, I might go to a fight and I might have paid money and just watch one round.
But I think regardless of
you know
that,
what I mean. You never know when. But yeah,
it's thrilling.
But regardless of that, you see my point when I say, like, even though people might think now, you look at Joshua and think, he's no longer entertaining, you don't really want to listen to it.
I never thought he was.
He's
always stiff.
But the point I'm making is that you still want to see Wilder versus Joshua because you know the possibility of how the fight can end up. It's going to be explosive. If Joshua does come to fight, it depends on which Joshua's coming to fight.
You're right. I get the name, the branding of it, but after the Reyes fight, I don't want to see Joshua fight.
I think that's what it is. So I hold on to hope because I love boxing. I hold on to hope. I don't care who wins the fight. I hold on to the fact that these guys are both fighters, right? And when these guys get in the ring, there's going to be an excitement about it, regardless of their losses or whatnot. I think Tyson Fury right now is an anomaly. Just leave him alone. Let him. No. Honestly,
he's a glitch.
He's a glitch.
League on his own. He's a league on his own.
He's a what's it called? He's a created character. You know when he plays. He's a created character.
The one you have to unlock.
You have to unlock him, and then it's long. It's like, do you guys remember? Tekken. Remember the game? Like, remember Mokujin, the boss in the end. There's a bossy fight in the end.
Yes.
Like he's a
Japanese big
No. He's got like a.
That's Itachi. Sorry.
No, yeah. The one I'm talking about, he's got
Oh,
like
that TV brand. I can't remember no more.
You talk about Hayachi.
Hell yeah.
For those who know, there's this guy that he's like a wooden sort of character, and his style is basically he mimics whatever style he wants to do. So he might use Dr. B style, he might use Jin style. So he's a very complicated sort of fighter to figure out, and so.
The fighters are the best fighters, man.
Yeah, usually the best fighters. So that's what's complicated about. Yeah, that's what's complicated about him.
Okay.
I think with Fury is like you saw the adjustment he did for the Wilder fight. So so basically you kind of saw he was the guy that everybody was saying, oh, you know, he's just gonna box you around and win on points. The guy just literally moved gym. He went to Kronk Gym in Detroit, and he started moving, you know, Wilder back. So he started pushing him back because he said the guy cannot fight on the back foot.
Okay, yeah.
So you saw an adjustment. You saw a man that adjusted when he needed to in the highest level. You know what I mean?
Do you think Joshua accepts bribes?
What do you mean?
It's not.
What do you know, man? What do you know?
No, it's difficult. It's difficult to say because you know what? He's really and truly like he's the poster boy for Matchroom.
Yeah.
You can't be. He
accepts bribes in what sense, though? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
It was that Andy Ruiz fight, bro.
But
I watched the replay, bro.
What do you think? What?
I think the man got paid, man.
Oh, you think he got paid to lose the fight, or what? Knock him out?
No, I think maybe he didn't have the you know, with all this. I mean, imagine you go and work out, on the day and you're already tired. Imagine this man just work out. They have to do like press conferences. They have to do all this kind of stuff. I feel like that just taking stuff out of him. And imagine and see how.
I think we're making excuses. We're making excuses for people. I think Ruiz was the better fighter. I think the second fight coming round, I think Joshua made the necessary adjustments to beat him. And I think he decided to play a game where play it safe and decided I'm not going to go in there and try and take his head off because it's likely I'm going to get myself hit. And I get it, like you're trying to play boxing smart. And the thing is, we live in a sport. Unfortunately, the sport. You get someone like Triple G, like Gennady Golovkin. He was a very predominant middleweight fighter. He had 3 fights? Is it 3 fights with Canelo? Yeah, so he's also someone you would say he was the Mike Tyson of that middleweight division. He'll get in the ring. You'll get in the ring, and you just know it's long for you. And now, if he go into a fight and one time he doesn't knock someone out, everyone's like he didn't really perform there. It felt like he did shit, and I think that's unfortunately Joshua suffered from that curse as well. And he's been known to knock everyone out, and then when he couldn't knock out Ruiz, everyone's like,
you have to know who Andy Ruiz is. That's where it comes to like he's a good boxer. He's somebody who came as a replacement. Joshua was fighting for training for Maman. So there's all these things, you know. It's like yesterday with Makhachev, Islam Makhachev and Volkanovski. The guy just took everybody might say, oh yeah, he got kicked in the head and whatever and all that, but the guy just took the fight with two weeks notice. He would be a different animal if you actually train for somebody specifically. You're
right, but I don't know, man. But we got to be very careful with this boxing thing because now you got these celebrities that all want to box and go into the ring. I think we just got to keep it professional and just let them.
What do you mean, like? Because they might trying to get us in the ring.
Not even trying to get. It's just like I think they're taking the art form away from the boxing.
No, I agree. I've been saying that. I feel
they bring the crowd, but they're taking the.
I do feel like
it's an art. Look at Mayweather, the way he fights. It's an art. You know what I'm saying? The way them man fight is like you're not just getting paid. You're just trying to get paid.
I just don't feel like boxing is respected.
But he's saying, you know what? I think part of it, Mayweather is part of it because he said, "Listen, I just do it for the money." And he keeps on doing these exhibitions. Well done to him, but it's like he's showing you like.
But he can do that though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was going to say that. I was going to say that like he's got nothing to prove.
Yeah, his record speaks though. He can
get away with that rubbish. But the problem is people are trying to almost.
Jake Paul.
It's like,
and them man, they're
there's
they're killing the thing, cuz.
There's certain levels to this. It's like
Swarms.
you can't listen.
Do you watch Swarms?
That was a
no.
joke.
Oh!
I saw that fight. Who did he fight again?
I have no
Ed
idea, bro.
Matthews.
The guy was saying I was smoking spliffs yesterday. That's why I thought smoke.
Listen,
Like-
the guy plays Xbox. He was playing Xbox the
Yeah.
night before he fought Swarms. But anyway, forget all that, bruv. Let's wrap this up because of time issues. Yeah.
But you see this. Sorry, we get into it. So you see people like Mike Tyson that do the exhibition fights, and they also. So I think you have to be respected from both sides, because you're like, what? No, the YouTuber can't get it, but I can do it at 50 or 60, and you know, it's a little bit of a.
But how I said, they're taking away the art.
But I think it just goes to the fact that boxing, to a degree, we have to admit, it's rigged.
It's
to a degree.
entertainment,
It's,
bro.
it's
I
rigged. and
think most of the sports are.
No, but I think boxing's probably more known to be rigged, and that's why YouTubers can get away with saying, I'm going to get in the ring with so-and-so. So before
the Mayweather and
behind closed doors, you're not saying like, listen, here's what's going to happen, right? You take
Because you have to sell tickets.
You go
Yeah,
down
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're going down on the 5th, right?
Yeah.
You're doing this. All right, sweet. You know, let's get in there and have a bit of fun. You know, smiling behind closed doors. And,
'Cause
you
they're
know,
all making
when
money,
When you
bro.
get in the
Yeah,
ring. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy. You know, his unborn child. He's a waste man. You know,
Let's sell the fight.
you got to sell the fight, you know. But we all know what it is. It's like
Yeah,
it's
it's
so rigged. It's so rigged. And so
Too much money's involved.
They know they can get away with it. I don't think those same rules would apply in the MMA world. MMA is a different world. It's
But that can be rigged as well, though,
It's
bro.
the most. No, but it's the most.
Same thing. You're going down in a second.
MMA is
But
the
you know,
most.
but
You know,
as like, look at it. You said Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. It was like that one loss that time. Like, you don't say the same thing for MMA fighters. They come back and again and again and again.
I think where there's rules, you can rig the game. But I think with MMA, where it's a bit more difficult, is because you will get found out. I'm not saying boxing you can't, but the thing is, the rules are a bit. No,
when you come against someone like John Jones,
the rules are in boxing. They're a bit more almost gentleman-like, but it's almost like they're so strict. They're so strict compared to MMA. Because MMA, for instance, you can kick a brother in the head in MMA.
But you know, because it's
rules
mixed
are like that,
martial
though.
arts, you know that somebody specializes in something. Whereas in boxing, but it's the same thing. Different styles makes fight. It's like rock, paper, scissors.
But the rules,
You might have the rock, but I have the paper. Doesn't mean that, you know, it's just a different style that might unlock your style. But when I go against somebody else, it's just different.
but the rules govern the art. That's what makes the art form.
I agree. And the
If
thing
they
is,
take
what I'm
the rules
saying,
away, it might not.
it's
Then
true.
we're going to go into
Something else.
doping,
Yeah.
But you see
and stuff
MMA.
like that. Imagine now with UFC, they partnered with USADA.
Sorry.
UFC,
Yeah.
I think they part ways with USADA,
Of
so there's not
course.
going to be any dope tests.
Of course,
so
of
you're going to
course.
see some Super Saiyans in there, bro.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
You see a lot of heart attacks as well, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But boom, listen.
All right, sweet.
I'm asked this question, yeah, and take the questioning carefully, yeah,
Alright,
and
sweet.
listen to what I'm saying. Dwayne, your top 3 best fighters in the UK of all time. Let me know them, please.
In the UK or just in general?
In the UK, I'm not gonna go international. We're keeping it
Ooh.
big.
And when you mean fighters, you mean in any art? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
any
that's
art,
interesting.
and it can be from any period.
Interesting. UK, man. I wish you opened it up because, like, yeah.
Do you want to open it up? Shall I open it up?
Open
You think I
it
should
up.
open it up?
Open.
Would that be a better
I
question?
beg you, open it. Open it.
Alright,
Open it.
cool.
I'll give you answers.
Dwayne,
Okay.
your top 3 best fighters of all time. It can be MMA. It could be anything.
Can you go first?
He said Dwayne,
Dwayne,
bro.
bro.
All right, cool. All right. Eesh. 3, you know, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Okay.
That's hard. Okay.
It doesn't have to be in any order, though. It doesn't have to be in order.
Okay, yeah, I know it doesn't have to be in
Yeah.
order, but it's still hard. Okay, I'm gonna put Terence Crawford as one of them.
Terence
I'm gonna
Crawford.
put Terence Crawford, the welterweight champion right now. I'll put him up there, fighter. He's a demon. He's dangerous. He's dangerous.
I can hear you thinking, boy. You're thinking hard. I can hear it.
I'm gonna say. This is fighting only, yeah, because I know it might sound controversial to some. I'm gonna say John Jones. I'm gonna say John Jones.
Yeah, I agree.
Even
man.
though he's done a lot of
What?
silliness,
Yeah, a lot of
he's done
silliness.
stupidness, but
when
I'm
it comes to
looking past
fighting,
that. Yeah,
fighting
and then
art.
see now, I have to say this name, but the thing is, actually, who can I choose between the two of them? You know what?
Who?
I can't be biased. Ooh.
Oh.
I think I might have to take a thing out, you know.
I think so.
No.
Because you know what?
There's two names. Because there's two names I want to put in, but I don't know who to put in on the other. Actually, no, 3 names.
Oh my gosh, guys.
You know what? Let me change my name. Okay. Muhammad Ali.
Go on.
No, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee.
Oh.
And I also.
I don't know about Bruce Lee, bro.
No. But
I don't know, bro.
I think no. But here's the thing. I think his brain. His fighting brain. His fighting brain.
I don't know.
I use that word like no.
I think someone like Mike Tyson versus Bruce Lee.
Now, I've said Muhammad Ali. I've said Bruce Lee.
Guys flying, bro.
I want to say, who can take that last spot? It's going to be between. This is going to sound very controversial. It's going to be between Terence Crawford and Mayweather.
So wait. Are you saying Bruce Lee will tuck in John Jones?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, that's your 3 best of all time.
But I didn't say he'll tuck in John Jones.
But for you putting up 3, you're kind of saying it.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. It's just listen. You've given me 3.
If I was in the top 3, yeah, if I said racing, I'll take top 3.
Can you repeat the names?
Muhammad Ali. yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
Bruce Lee.
Are you saying you're saying top fighters of best of the best? Okay.
The best of the best.
All right, let me.
Because I have to have to break it down to you. Are you saying
what's his name? What's the guy with the red hair? The guy used to,
Paddy, yeah.
No, the guy that used to be in the kung fu movies and fighting Bruce Lee.
Oh, Chuck Norris,
man.
Bro. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here.
But look, that's why I said you saw Bruce Lee, bro. Because the martial arts people I've spoke to, they all told me he's a fraud. That's what they've all said. All the martial arts people.
I'm talking about Bruce Lee's brain. That's why I said his brain. Because I think his brain. No, his brain is
fighters. He can have the best fighting brain.
I think his brain's in there because I think it goes back to. Okay, let me answer this quick. Let me give you my top 3. It's difficult.
Brother, this is taking too long,
That was mad.
This was your last question.
That was mad. That was a mad question to ask me. 3 as well. That's mad.
Can Kosta come in then?
Let Kosta come in, yeah. Because I know he's struggling now.
I'm gonna listen. I've got the top 3. Listen, my reality is my reality.
Go
so
on.
I don't care
Go on.
what anybody else.
Drop your thing, cuz.
I'm gonna go
Zeus.
with.
That's discriminating. That one there.
Whoa.
Why do you say Zeus?
He always
Because he's got the lightning,
Zeus.
bro.
Damn, fighters.
Powers. But listen. So I think Mike Tyson. Listen, I'm saying fighting and I'm saying impact and
You ain't
personal
gonna prove
impact.
nothing to us, man.
No. I'm telling you. So I've got Mike Tyson.
You're gonna get cancelled.
McGregor.
Okay.
And I said impact as well.
No, I'm gonna talk about
Listen. Let me finish.
You not gonna be jumping.
Let me finish. And
This guy is moving the goalposts,
bro.
I'm talking about specialists in their field, bro.
He said
Fuck all
fighters.
that. 3 of them in the ring. Who's coming out on top then?
Ooh, that's
1,
a good
2,
one.
3.
Ooh,
That's it.
actually,
Forget
you know,
anything else.
I got something.
This is getting techie, cuz. But I say impact.
Bro.
What are you talking about?
Listen,
Impact in movies. What are we talking?
He's like he's trying to be smart, you know.
No, I'm no more about this. I don't care because this is what I take from boxing. It's not just about the martial arts themselves. But as I said, Mike Tyson, McGregor, and Jordan Burroughs, who's a wrestler, an actual wrestler. And then for my reserves, personally,
Why are we
to
saying
me,
reserves?
once I say somebody's gonna be on the bench, bro. Listen, for me. And I'll break down each person why. Adrian Broner and Chris Eubanks Senior. Yeah. But then again, let me break it down quickly.
Stop. Wait. You can't even drop.
He brought
drop
AB.
Bruce. No, you
I
can't
love
beat.
AB. Shout out to AB. I
No,
love
but
AB.
listen,
Listen, I love AB.
By the time you said
Go on.
Eubanks Senior, we can't even drop Bruce Lee again, bro. That's done, fam. Sorry.
Huh?
What?
Wait. Pause.
Are you saying? I'm saying he's already dropped Eubank. No one mentioned Eubank in this whole thing all day.
So what?
I'm saying Bruce Lee can't get mentioned now. Eubank's mentioned, bro.
Why is that?
There's levels to this shit, bro.
You're talking about the real life Bruce Lee, bro. The real life Bruce Lee.
What I mean?
Eubanks Senior, bro. The real life Bruce Lee, bro.
All right, listen. Finish up and then I'll run mine back.
Eubank's an ox. He will mash out Bruce Lee. Mash up.
But what I'm saying, listen.
versus so and so.
I'm putting. You see, like I'll give you a difference. For example, like Mike Tyson is somebody who came from somewhere and he's gone through things, and can see the change, and he can learn. The same with I'm saying AB because I can relate to the fact of like being somebody and that's got struggles of a young person and not being able to make it out, to having all these mental health issues and all that kind of stuff.
He deserves it.
No, I said, and then
now the verse
okay, Conor McGregor, listen.
Can I talk about my main three before you talk about your reserves? Right now,
I'm talking about Conor McGregor, bro. He's not in reserve, bro.
We need to wrap it though.
Yeah,
still.
you're going into philosophy about why. Why are you doing that?
He wants everyone to understand.
Exactly.
When it comes out, he wants us to know why.
Top three. Yeah. If they're going in the ring, who's coming out victorious? Okay, John Jones, I have to put him on there. Okay? And here's the thing: there's no feelings behind this. Like I'm not thinking. This is me thinking like a fight. I'm not thinking like, oh, he's my friend. This guy's choosing. If his friends, he's getting people he likes.
That's all good.
We're not doing that. Okay. Mayweather,
yes,
right. That's going to be a good fight. The last person in that ring, I'm going to get to who I say is going to be impactful. I'm going to say is Terence Crawford. Those three guys. If you're talking about dangerous people on the planet, I'm going to put those guys there. I'm going to throw those guys in the ring. I can guarantee you, at least one of those guys there is going to be in top three coming out. They're going to be top three coming out of that ring. If
you're saying like this, bro, I'm putting Kamza in, bro.
Kamza.
Who's Kamza?
Kamza Chimaev.
I'm lost. MMA.
Yeah.
I'm lost. See, I don't really follow MMA too hard. He's an MMA guy. But yeah, I've said those are my. I think you've said it like in the ring. Who's going to survive? And this is.
I had to narrow the question down.
All rules apply. Yeah. All rules apply, isn't it? Like, he's trying to take my guy's head off. It doesn't matter if you're kicking him, punching him, slapping him. Okay, cool. And if we're talking about reserve, if we're talking about reserve now,
I don't know if that's even worth mentioning.
No. Honorable mentions. I'm gonna say Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say
we get to
Bruce Lee. No, I'm gonna say Bruce Lee. I'm gonna say Bruce Lee.
Opinion,
and I'm also gonna say my last reserve. Who'll be my last reserve? I'm gonna throw this name in the ring. Michael J. White. I'm gonna throw him in the reserves. I'm gonna throw him there in the reserves.
Has he had any fights?
No, but okay. So I
know the clips look good in that.
No, but you know how you mentioned. You know how you mentioned. Now listen, he's legit. You know how you mentioned. There's people who
he's been legit for a long time.
He's legit. So.
But in a fight though, like it's all good kicking the bag.
It's all going down. No, it's going down.
You're talking about ring. What is it like? Like,
there
used to be like Pride, Pride before Pride used to be.
You know what we're talking about. No. He knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, he's free already.
He knows what we're talking about. He knows what we're talking about. He's just gonna say, listen, philosophy this, philosophy that. Get out of here, man. That's how he was talking about. Oh, you see AB. When you mentioned AB, I was thinking, Kosta, don't bring feelings in this. He's bringing feelings. Now listen, because I know. Now me and him always talk. I know how.
But at some point you have to take it outside the ring.
He's got a reverence. He's got a certain level of reverence towards AB, and I understand it. He's stuff he's gone through. His adversity and stuff like that. But adversity is not going to help you in the ring, man. And sometimes, unfortunately, listen, I love AB, but how he's conducted himself outside the ring has affected how he's been inside the ring. So when it comes down to a street fight, an all-in-all street fight, I think he's going to get broke up by a lot of people, unfortunately. Because
we're talking street fight.
That's what you know. What you know. We're talking about that. You know we're talking about that. You know we're talking about a street fight.
No, he said ring.
I didn't really say that. I just gave a scenario. It could have been a ring with fire.
No, but you said no. Hold on. You said
I said top three.
But you said who's coming out. You said who's coming out.
I had to do that. Because I was hearing too much reserves.
Who's coming up to? Yeah, but.
And you said Bruce Lee, and I said what over John Jones, and that's where it changed.
No, but I'm not comparing to you. You said there's no list. You said there's no what's it called? There's no ranking. Like if it's 1, 2, 3, it's not first, second, third. I'm just saying the three people who I think will come up at top. Yeah. The reason why I put Bruce Lee there is because of his brain. I'm not naive to know that Bruce Lee's weight, like first of all, weight classes. You have to consider weight class whenever you're in any sort of ring. I'm not expecting Bruce Lee to take off Michael J. White's head. That's impossible. However, his brain, I spoke about taking out your opponent as quick and as fast as possible. Yeah. Right? He speaks about these things. He speaks stuff about that. If you go back and listen to his stuff, he will say stuff like how it's the best and the most effective way to take out an opponent. I think that's important because a lot of people, whether you like it or not, we resort to what we know. When it comes to martial arts or self-defense, we resort to the stuff we know. Now, for instance, I can be, the most fantastic boxer in the world, right? And now, or an MMA guy for that instance, I know how to submit people. when I'm in a street fight, am I waiting to submit this guy and for him to tap? It's not going to end there. What? Are you mad?
The truth is,
the point,
and I'm putting a question here.
Let me land, please. So with boxing, for instance, now let me give it. I can only talk from what I know.
Yeah.
Boxing in a street fight, right, is dangerous. So if I'm giving you a haymaker, like a straight shot to the nose in a street fight, yeah, it will do damage to you. But what if I decide that okay, I'm in a street fight now, and this is I'm not saying anyone should get involved in a street fight and do this in a street fight. But if I say I'm going to give a haymaker to my guy's neck, I already know how to throw a very good shot to knock him out in the face. But if I decide to go for his neck, which is a street fight, it's a different idea. Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make to you, that's Bruce Lee's brain. That's his brain. That's his thinking process.
So fighting this is violence.
Violence.
It's not fighting anymore.
But that is it's still fighting.
This is what I mean. There's no rules in a street fight.
There's no rules in the street fight, and I think that's what Bruce Lee. That brain there is what you need when you're going into those sort of situations. Boxing is not.
Or the John Jones high fly kicks, bro.
Or him just suplexing you, bro.
Yeah, but he's a wrestler originally.
That's what I'm saying. But bro, this is why
we got to wrap this up though. But
let me.
Timing.
Yo.
But land.
Yeah. I think for that reason, I think martial arts are the kings of sports.
I agree with you.
Because listen, if I come and beat you up, you can turn around and tell me, but I shoot better hoops than you. Or I score more goals than you. At least.
Where'd I hear that from?
Yeah.
I knew you.
You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm better at golf than you. Who cares?
You just beat the shit out of someone, man.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. It's very true. No one cares that you scored more hoops than someone.
Everyone loves a fighter.
Everyone
loved fighters from all ages. It's recorded in time.
Mm-hmm.
You got people like, I don't know, the Betis one, Hercules, fighters. You know what I'm saying? Gladiators. People love fights. People love that stuff. So
them days
golf and all that stuff. Yeah.
I think you're seeing as,
I think golf. I said golf. I used a very different sport.
No,
but you know what I mean.
No one's going to watch golf, bro. No one.
In that sports world, I would say you're seen as the more superior man. And I don't like to throw those words out there. I don't like to put labels on things, but I think in the sports world, you are seen probably as the more superior man for getting involved in combat sports compared 100%. To other stuff. 100%. And it's not me taking it away from anyone else. You're a superior man in your own shape and form, in your mind and whatnot. But let's be real,
because the day-to-day task that you can adapt to yourself, you can't, like, in the face of danger, you're
not gonna dribble the ball and someone be like, yo, bang, listen, I just dunked on you, man.
That's not doing nothing.
No.
But guys, sorry, man, we got to conclude this. This has been a good session. We can do it again another time,
man. 100%.
But we just dabbled in the arts of boxing. That's what we did today.
We dabbled. We actually dabbled. There was a dibble dabble. I loved it. Yeah,
man, people. But would you mind telling the people where they can locate you guys? So, Kosta, you want to go first?
Yeah, man. This Hands with Plans. Yep. So it's Hands with Plans, basically.
Okay.
The plans are coming.
And also Hands with Plans apparel.
Okay.
If you want to buy some.
Okay, you got some merch.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. You want some for me?
Yeah, of course, bro. Look how he's put me in the spot.
Yeah, I'm not really too hard on the socials right now at the moment. I've got something coming, but I'll just keep that to myself until I know it's.
Where can they find you though?
Solid. Well, that's the thing. I don't really.
Instagram?
I don't really desire for people to find me. Like it's not like that. Yeah, I'm not really like about that. You know what I'm saying?
But what's your Instagram, bro?
That's what I mean. I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care. Yeah. Whether people follow me or not, like he would know. I don't care.
I hear you though. I don't care.
Hey, listen. Just go to Hands with Plans. Yeah. Go to following and just write Dwayne.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. You can pass through my page.
I'm gonna put it on there.
All right. So it's Dwayne _06. So that's Dwayne lowercase _06. That's my Instagram handle. But
thank you.
You're just gonna find what you find there. I try to push. I try to push masculinity on there. Just talking about general stuff, the importance of boxing and stuff.
Positive aggression.
No, positive aggression. You definitely got to plug yourself, because you never know what you said,
who's watching
and who connected with and what you can get from it.
I agree. 100%.
So, 100%. Yes, my brother. Thank you lot for coming down and edutaining the fans with the whole boxing.
Dibble dabble,
didn't it? Still, but thank you, and hope you have a blessed day. Yeah, big up yourself, Dwayne and Kosta.
Powers.
A young bad. Powers.
Take it easy, man.
Powers.